Good afternoon and welcome back to a top-of-the-table clash. Two undefeated teams. We have SUNDER Slice versus ELLIPSIS. My name's Andrew Moroney and I have the pleasure of being joined by a gentleman who's been nominated for Victorian Sports Administrator of the Year, Simon Talbot. Good afternoon, Simon.
Thank you, Andrew. Pleasure's a bit much. I thought,
honour.
I know.
Honour.
Honour. Thank you. All right. Well, certainly enjoy each other's company. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I've been out watching some other games this morning, and holy dooly, there have been some absolutely ripper games happening around the field. So I've just come away from watching Rogue get up over Chaos on Universe Point in a marathon. Universe Point went for nearly 10 minutes. Cracking game. And I've watched Juggernaut get up over Sublime. And yeah, now top of the table clash.
As we're away, we've got SUNDER on D pulling to the right from the right of screen.
Fielded by Bissett to Toolett. Running with a vertical set. Keys. ELLIPSIS like to play close to the sideline, but he's hucked it out. Long Keys looking for McGuckin, but it's a 3-on-1. McGuckin's gone big. He's hit the deck early. Gets the dish off to Holden. He's trapped on the corner. Not much coming towards him. Puts it up over the top. Second goal to this, Andrews.
How's that for a start?
How about, and I hate to delve into cliches, Andrew, but setting the tone. Could you find a better way to do it? Just put a stamp on this game offensively and just take shots like that.
Well, McGuckin here, I don't know if it was a little bit of a weird flex, kind of stands up and just goes, yeah, okay, I've done that. I think he was almost shocked by himself, the fact that he caught that trailing edge. And then Holden on what I reckon was a pretty high count. Nice D. Rob will just walk onto that one all day. Look, I'd say that if I'm SUNDER, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty frenetic start.
No. I'm having none of that. I'm mad at that. The three defenders there, they just gave up on that. They saw the disc hitting the ground.
Yeah, correct.
And that's why McGuckin had to play at it. Like that's. Yeah, look at that. They've just pulled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was almost like all of them were waiting for
the other one to do something. Yeah. Well, credit Matt Daly with the assist on that one too. He's popped that one up for Andrews.
Yeah, nice one. Welcome, Matt. All right, and speaking of Ultimate Royalty, big shout out to Steph Rapazzo. Hello from France.
The gravelly voice of Ultimate. So ELLIPSIS with their first go on defence. You can see Coach Ash O'Sullivan there. He'll have very well scouted this team. But I think these first couple of goals, we're just going to see the teams feeling each other out a bit. I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy. So Andrews has put that pull long and deep. SUNDER will be playing from about 67 metres from the end zone again. Running with a horizontal set. Lots of cuts happening across the field. They've got them tied up. They'll be looking to hear this near side now. Very low disc there. The Gann scoops up comfortably. And Moore's got someone hanging off. He plays through it like he does. Looks inside. Gap, off we go. Gann, too easy. Can't take your eyes off him.
No, there are players that you can sometimes take half an eye off.
Yep.
He ain't one of them.
Gann's not one of them.
He ain't one of them. Gab's probably not one of them. And particularly for the first part of that point, something that SUNDER becomes so well known for is how, I guess, disciplined and clinical they are. They run very clear cutting sets. Some people would call it boring ultimate. I'd call it very disciplined.
Yeah.
They know exactly who's cutting, where they're cutting, one person at a time.
And it's the way to get through a really heavy defensive set is just to have lots of options. If you're only just going to have one cutter at a time, it's just way too easy for like 2 or 3 ELLIPSIS players to double up on that cut.
Yep. So we're one apiece. As you called it, Simon, I think the first couple of points will really be about feeling each other out, easing into the game.
So you can see the fresh cut there on, is that LSC?
That's now LSC with a fresh new lid.
More aerodynamic look.
We will post the link in the chat again, but that is a fundraising campaign from Alice for the World's Greatest Shave. Yeah, we just had it at the end of the last game, Simon. Watched live as she had the locks removed. Ooh.
And in this temperature too, that's brave.
Oh, yeah.
Toilet winding up, everyone's heading deep. McGuckin across now to the infield. He's got Halden short. Halden's got Daly long. He likes that matchup. Daly's read this well. Boxed him out.
Great read.
Yeah, Josh Jamboy there with him. Just didn't. Very difficult to get around. Daly.
Yeah, I mean, you called it well. He kind of protected the space. He knew that there was a little bit of angle on that disc, so it was going to turn round to the right.
Yeah.
So he protected the drop zone. He was going to be the only player that could grab it. At worst, he was going to be fouled by his opponent trying to make a play for it.
He was also looking directly into the sun.
Yeah.
You can see where the shadows are going, so you can see. But yeah, Daly, like, he's got to win a vertical leap competition against most others. But I mean, why? If you box out well and hold position well, then you don't really need to. Save the legs for later. Good on Jamboy. He's kept that clean. He sort of thought, I'll have a dip without going over his shoulder.
Well, knew he couldn't. At best, he'd be fouling, and he knew he couldn't get a bit of it on his own. Because as you said, Daly protected that space.
Yeah, so we're Halden with 100% of the assists so far. Getting involved, as always.
He is, yeah. Well, are you going to give him that first assist? Because I don't know.
Oh, that's right. We wanted to give it to Daly, didn't we?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So
April
both.
Tam here on the stats today. She's made the call for us.
Good.
So 0 turns so far, and I think we might be going 5 or 6 points before we see one, I reckon.
Yeah.
So again, I don't think defense is operating 100%. They're really just feeling each other out. Let's read the offense a bit. Especially ELLIPSIS haven't travelled into state much this season, so this is one of their first real exposures to a full strength slice.
That's a good pull.
That's a great pull. That's going to put them about halfway back in their own end zone. Yeah, big loopy one to Whitlock, who reels it in. Whitlock sends the big backhand, looking couple of numbers there. Leon, no.
That was the reverse of the McGuckin one.
Yeah. Lee on the doorstep. Gam one out versus McGuckin. Oh,
yeah.
That's just a good pick of the matchup, I think.
Sam's a great player, but you don't want him in that position against Gan. Gan just much lower centre of gravity. Sam's got a great top speed, but Gan's got great acceleration, which is why you saw him on that dump. He was free, 2/3 into the cut.
Yeah, in the air, I'm backing McGuckin every time, but on the dance floor, it's Gan. Great shot by Whitlock, just big cross field, and I think it was Tula there, had a nice little swipe at it. I mean, he's running back full tilt, looking over his shoulder. I know that was Jara Lou who had the swipe at it. Yeah, little jab step.
So Mike Neal took the field, contemplated going on, decided he's just going to leave it up to the young bloods. He'll come back on at the business end of the game. That's where we know Mike does his best work.
I was going to say, once the score hits 12-all,
yeah.
I reckon
we might see a few make way. Yeah,
we can call their line now. Just take this one, lads. I've got it.
Don't get in my field of vision, Mike. You know I can't help myself.
He's just getting his step count up at the moment.
All right, well, you called it, Simon. No turns yet.
Yep.
Don't know if we'll see one this point either. Very much going to be an offensively driven game, which makes the turns that much more important. This disc might want to get down, or it's going to be the first brick. It is.
Oh. So that's a good 30-metre difference there.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
That's a gift. And for those who haven't tuned in, if there is an upwind end, it's going to be ELLIPSIS shooting into the wind.
Yeah.
So it's mainly a crosswind, but there is definitely an advantage to the right.
Yeah. Top right to bottom left of the screen. And it's starting to get a bit gusty too. So Tula to field the disc, 44 from goal. Horizontal set here from ELLIPSIS. Expect a flash cut there from Copeland, and he spots out Daly wide. Swan now. Was clearing downfield. Happy just to go with a slow tempoed offense. Tullett with Chu, got the job on Tullett. Tullett to Keys. Right on the sideline now. McGuckin, 15 from goal. Wants it inboard. Keys. Tullett.
He's giving up a lot of space.
Yeah,
back.
happy to go backwards. I think they really look for that 1-2 hit on the dump, not just get that
Great break.
possession. Swan. Easy break throw in the end to McGuckin. That inside shot, just that killer.
Well, yeah, that was Cupcake Tullett's first throw.
Yeah.
Threw Swan into space. Swan basically had power position because he got it on the break side already. I think it was Mitch Sutton, his defender.
Oh, yeah, there you go. He just looked the wrong way.
Yep.
Mitch Sutton just checked over his shoulder. And, Rob, it wasn't even a hard cut. Just three steps out. There's enough room. I mean, Tullett doesn't need much of a throwing window.
No.
So it's just a good read by his teammates just to be available.
Yep.
And then it's up to Tullett to decide if you're open or not. So 3-2.
Sometimes, particularly at the front of stack, because there's so much activity going on, you don't necessarily need to you don't need to be the person to initiate a cut. You just need to wait to see what your defender does. Your defender might try and peel off and take an open cut coming under, and that's where you take 3 good steps to the break. So you can let the play come to you a little bit rather than feeling like you need to generate everything yourself.
Yeah. So defensively, Andrews with the pull. He's got Lockman out there with him. Keys backing up for another point. Copeland backing up for another point.
Another good pull.
So again, still in their own end zone. Big gainer to Whitlock.
He's played well so far, this Whitlock.
Yeah, he's busy.
Here he is.
Kneeled. Gets some meters gain, son. Looking upfield. Not
Text
much
speed.
happening for him. Goes in board. Lockman just nearly over the shoulder of John Boy there.
Blakely now on as well.
Blakely, never too concerned about. Had to throw late on that one. Not many other cuts coming. Gann. Big Blady shot. Who's that by himself out there? Mark Wee. Against that, it's that faith in your throwers, Andrew. Like when you get that close to the end zone, you can be more concerned. The defence becomes more concerned about width than length of the field.
Yeah,
and so
it's really hard to defend.
Yeah, so you can see Mark Wee, bottom right there, he's sitting out wide, and I think that's Keys. He's keeping distracted. And so, yeah, Keys starts to drift across, ready to cut that off the line one. And I think they've tried to go the switch there, but that was way too late.
Yeah. So we are on serve, 3-2, no turns.
Yeah.
Probably what you'd come to expect from two teams that haven't had an L yet.
Yeah, and I think what the opening each team's looking for here is looking for someone to overcommit on defense. They're happy just to move around, nice, clean, steady offense. Then as soon as someone has that big bid, you'll just see attack.
Yeah,
like
well, I think
three
it was Lonan, Ollie, I think, did
Yeah,
it.
Lockman had to go at that one on Leon No. And, yeah, it just meant as soon as that happened, Gans bolted up the line just because it's a nice, easy backhand. So,
well, it's kind of an extension of what I was saying before around, like, wait for your
opportunity.
You don't want to make them bids, ideally, because you might give one away. But let the game come to you a little bit. Have a bit of patience, because these are really aggressive defences, so they're going to give you opportunity.
Jack Gray with the pull. That might drift OB, and it
Rolls.
has.
Right, I think it's rolled. I think it's front of the end zone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Couldn't have been by much because that just didn't move much. But, hey, well left by Bissett. So, Tullett to start offense, 64 from goal. They've got Keys isolated, you can see, centre field. It's a bit of a... SUNDER really sagging off all their defenders, trying to stop that deep shot. They've got their attention on. You can see bottom there, McGuckin. Wallace has got the match up on him, so that's the one they're trying to shut down.
You can hear a count.
Yeah, you can hear the count. They're going to switch up something shortly, but ELLIPSIS happy to move around. Keys looking upfield now. He's spotted up Daly. McGuckin getting busy now. Another swing to Keys. McGuckin's gone. He's got 2 to beat here. Looking into the sun. He's got good position here, though. Wallace goes up, and that's great position held there by Dennis Tran.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, because McGuckin had to jump backwards. Tran's entitled to that space. And so SUNDER get the first shot at a break. Thomas Lay.
Cool. Uncontested foul.
Yeah. What's that, offensive foul? Ah, yeah, I see it. So Tran on McGuckin, I think. Yeah, violation called.
Okay.
Chongwei Cow just saw the green light too early, just went for it. Till's gone, no, mate.
No, mate, come on.
Not today.
Back you come.
Lots of cuts coming, yeah. Easy run through D on Jack Gray for Matt Daly there. Gray just slowed up. You can't throw it to a tall fella's knees.
Sounds like there was a bit of personal experience in that, Simon. Would I be right?
Maybe. It's all a big loopy throw. Howden just out of reach. The wind just dipped that down the last second. That's third turn for this point.
Yeah, we went from very clean to 3 turns and a point.
Yep, so Sutton will play the disc about 31 from goal. Or 32, exactly halfway to goal. Howden on the mark. Got a very tight shot of Mitch there. Tran. Gray.
That's a bit better.
Cuts are really busy. A lot going on. Sutton, he's got 2 deep looks. Doesn't like either of them.
They're so deep right now. There's a player in the end zone. Don't know if this is deliberate to like almost create like an ISO.
Pull player out, I reckon. Big loopy shot. Cow.
Oh.
Goes out. Who did he have bearing down on him there? That was
He just went
Bailey,
earlier
I think.
yeah, but he went earlier than he needed to.
Way earlier. Yeah. Bit of lack of field awareness there, I think. But here we go. We did say after 6 points there starts to be some turns. So Keys will pick it up, 64 from goal. Garkin picks it up off his toes. Looking infield, lots of coverage on the shorter space there. Bissett pops out wide, shot to Swan. Still about 40 from goal. Happy to take the lateral movement. Howden to Daly. Hits the break side. Too much. Bit too cute with that little backhand. Released too quickly for the Cubs to react, and Tran calls the timeout.
Yeah, I think when you see 4 turns in a point,
Yep.
when you haven't seen any in the previous 6, it's probably time for a timeout.
Yep, and I'll be pick and slice to talk about their O set here, because as you said, it's so spread out that there's just no room for actual clean cutting.
Well, no one was calling him under either, though.
No.
So I was like, is this like an ISO or a feld or something? I'm
It's-
going to go over and listen and find out.
Yeah, go for it. So as you see here, brilliant run through block by Daly. Just good read of the player by Daly. Just sat on his toes, and we can see another turn. That's Swan, Howden, and then this one to Curry. Yeah, not sure what. Looks like he thought he might have been out of bounds. He's about 10 metres in bounds, but hey, look, tensions get high in this game. You start to overthink things a bit too much sometimes. As we said, excellent call by Tran there with that timeout. But we're 18 minutes deep. These are 90-minute slots, so it's still very early days. As we said, this is for top of the pool, so we'll take the number 1 seed through to the quarterfinals. So both teams comfortably in the quarterfinals. Probably got quarterfinals matchup that I like, but it's very much about just that winning mentality. You don't want to be okay with a loss. You want that perfect record going through. So Andrew's back from the huddle. Many insights gathered there, Andrew?
Not really, Simon. They did say they were focusing on the offense, but they did say, like, you can see here.
This is deliberate. This is deliberate.
Look how deep it is.
Yeah. It's
So
a handler dominator
it's an
set.
ISO.
Yeah.
So at least it's by design.
Yep.
Travel call, not a stoppage, play on.
Yep. Tran now. He's got Sutton wide. Sutton sends off Gray. They've got Cutters isolated in the middle. Wallace gets involved. He's got options wide, options deep, but he wants an option in. Cow obliges.
This is nicer.
Yeah, nice little 1-2. Tran getting busy. On the doorstep now, looking just for that open side.
Hello.
There we go, the big layout grab. Cow stealing that one off Gray, I think.
Dennis Tran pretty happy with his work just quietly, saying, get around me. Not many players did, but he was pretty happy. Good point from him. He has good reason to.
Oh, look, you can't place too much value on external validation if you're happy with your point yourself.
That's very deep, Simon.
Yeah.
So that is the first break of the day, of the game, sorry.
So first, we're really counting breaks in this game, aren't we, Andrew? It's
Absolutely,
like it's a game to 15, sure, but like each team's going to score at will. It's more about scoring off defense at Dennis.
There he is.
Summons the crowd.
He's happy with his work.
Who gave him nothing. Look, we love Dennis. We got around you.
You want some characters. Yeah, I reckon he's pretty happy with himself most days, Trent. I'm getting nods from teammates that will remain anonymous.
I've got no time for modesty in this sport, Andrew. No time for modesty.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
So this time, Sunder will be pulling upwind-ish. We're just going to call the right side of the upwind end, even though it's really not. But the throwing advantage is
There's enough there.
Left.
I mean,
enough there.
It was definitely there. I mean, it's died down a bit, but it has been blustery. It was definitely there earlier in the day.
Keys, tool it. Running with a split stack here. The isolated Andrews out there, locking them with the flash cut.
It's broken down for Sunder. He was all free.
Sutton straight across.
Great anticipation.
Yep. Saw that coming a mile away. That throw was telegraphed. And Sunder with the second shot at this. Fisher Day. Jamboy. Wants infield. Definitely wants it off the sideline. Sutton gets out free. Nice little lefty flick out to the high side to Wang.
That's just released all the pressure for Sunder now.
Yep, absolutely. Sutton, nice little 1-2. Fisher Day. Can they go up the line? Oh, he's put too. Yeah, he got too acute with that one.
He had all the time as well.
Yeah, just float. You just got to float those ones out, mate.
And Simon, I mean, you said it earlier, like, yes, we're counting the score, but we're counting the breaks.
Yes.
Breaks are gold.
Yeah.
And they had it in their red zone, looking at a break.
So they've got this up there, isolating Andrews, but that's a decoy. So they're actually going to look for probably either Lochnan or Copland here.
Have to retreat a lot of ground.
There we go, there's that break shot. McDuckin this time. A couple come at him. He's got Keys, he's got Lochnan. Keys will get under it. Big, wide swing throw. Opens up the space beautifully. There's now lots of room for the undercuts. Holden, Keys,
Cupcake
all down the line. And that's a let out.
Yep.
Huge let out. Sunder could have really done some damage there if they put that one in.
Yeah, because as you said, that is the upwind end. So it's a bit disappointing from Sunder, but the positive signs are they're getting multiple turns.
Yep.
I don't think ELLIPSIS D-line has seen the disc yet.
No.
So take the momentum. The thing I like about John O'Keefe, John O'Keefe's played great at that point. The thing I like about John is just how balanced he is when he's throwing.
Yep.
He's just got a great kind of core strength. Look at that. That's really nice, flat, well weighted. But he had a couple of throws there that, you know, even just the swings and things like that, he's got such a good grounding. He's a shorter fella, so he's got a lower centre of gravity, but he just looks really well balanced all through his core when he's throwing.
And the addition of him to the roster has freed up Lochnan and Toole to play downfield a lot more, where they are just as dangerous as players as they are behind the field. Like it's just added so much. It's added so much depth just because of what it frees up everyone else to do when you have another strong thrower like that behind the disc. So 4-all, but the advantage remains with Sunder because they're receiving this point. The wind has just decided to pick up. Yep. We've talked about too much, and it's very much right to left now.
Yep.
Be able to pick up the Ultimate Australia flags in the background. They are very prominent now. Maybe not on screen yet, but.
So shout out to Esteban Ocon, supporting Ollie Loden. Good luck in the sprint race. I think you're racing at the moment, actually, in China. And Edmund Feng getting around Sunder as they've got it now at the halfway point.
Whitlock, Gann gets up, not a problem for him. Back to Whitlock. Everyone cutting away from him, so he's going to have to go back to Gann. Gav Moore's going to get busy now. Too much. Bit too much for him.
Is it too niche to start calling Whitlock the Wizard? Is that a bit too out there? Yeah, okay.
No, I like
Darts
it.
fans will appreciate it. No one else will get it.
Yeah. Lockton seeking at Copland. Andrews. What's happening away from him? A few picks all got a bit messy in the stack there. So
this is the first look we're getting at ELLIPSIS D-line offense.
Yeah, he'll want to cut coming towards him, or he might engage Lockton straight away for the reset.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, no one's coming at him. Lockton's got Copeland free, but Neil prowling.
No break.
Dungy out to the break side.
Oh, the Wizard! I'm calling it, I'm Simon, I'm calling it. Nice reflex D, got the jukes out.
He's gone the hammer, he's gone for it more this time, but Lockton saw that coming. But you're not getting 2 stats at this point, mate.
The old adage, conservation of greatness, Simon.
Yes. So Copland to restart. No dump set up, but you'll expect Lockton to drop back. Lou can't get free. He's gone wider, so they've pinned him back nearly at their goal line. So about 60 from goal here. ELLIPSIS got to go. Andrew's getting busy. Couple heading away from him. You can hear the throw. Calls a thrower from the sideline, so they hit the high side. Copland. Sunder got it straight up for, so they're preventing the long shots here. Happy for ELLIPSIS to go sideways. They really don't want these angle cuts like we're happening now. Copland. Inboard to Lockton, now he's got a shot. He's got 2 options. He's got Prendergast and Dungy sitting at the back. Pops it up over the top to Lou. Gets a nice short one back. Not much happening towards him. Goes the inside shot. That's gone low, but it's gone into Andrew's hands. I don't reckon that throw went more than 2 and a bit inches off the ground at any point.
Proper daisy cutter.
Yeah.
Back on serve. So I said this is going to be a game dictated and measured by breaks, and that is 1 each.
See, Sunder are putting a lot of work into Andrews because they know he's a primary target. So you can see two defenders will peel off on him. So it's really just going to be about the ELLIPSIS cutters who are getting sagged off for that defense to really attack. We saw Swan do it beautifully before. Is someone, I think that's Wicks, is it? No?
Shout out to Hugh, loving the ultimate. Went to primary school with Tommy Cupcake Tollett. Best athlete in year 2 sprinting. That was probably the last time he sprinted, to be honest with you. But anyway, he is a superb athlete, one of our best multiple-time dingo. He was a croc. He's a croc as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. So take a look at the ELLIPSIS squad. We're seeing just about all of them get on the field.
Yeah.
So we're not at the point of the tournament yet where you're calling shortening your lines.
I haven't seen J-Mac though. John McNaughton. He's on the team list.
Is he?
Oh, he was on the team list we looked at just then. If anyone knows where J-Mac is, pop a flare.
Yeah, if you could just...
Even if he's playing for a different team.
Chuck him on the milk carton.
Would be nice to know.
Maybe he's FIFO day 3.
J-Mac is playing for ELLIPSIS, but is injured and not playing.
There you go. Another pull out of bounds.
Okay. He's not here. Right.
Any other day you'd be happy at an 80-metre throw, but not when you're trying to get it less than 80. So it's an ease. It's a free 40
gift,
metres.
Simon. It's a
40
gift
metres.
at this level.
Giving up a lot. Yeah. Bit of a staggered horizontal set here by Sunder, so isolating Day on the break side. They're really just trying to play 4v4 until a certain point. Sunder. Whitlock, the Wizard. Again.
Good.
Smooth throwing here. Day caught in the corner. He's got 2 set up at the dump, but that's good communication there. And that's, I think it's Chu with the goal there. I think, no?
Well done from Ollie Loughnane, because he could have gone and cut him in 2. He peeled off the front. He saw that the up the line was the dangerous space, but pulled out of the cut because didn't want to initiate contact. Yeah. The most dangerous cut in the game
Yep.
is when you're making an up-the-line cut because you're looking backwards. You can't see what's coming up ahead of you. You're watching the disc, and you can see Ollie there.
Yep.
It bails out.
Yep.
Well done.
Safe play, good. Yui, yeah, it's one of those
There's
things
no
like
yeah.
if you know you can't make a play without the foul, just
Yeah.
don't try and hope for it. Just
So we're still on serve. One break each.
Braden Cheng with the goal there.
He's
One
back.
of your
He's one of my old charges.
one of your proteges from back
look,
in the day.
not all of them can be a winner.
You take a look at the Sunday Slice squad here.
Got a lot
So
of time
Whitlock
for Braden.
previously has played for ELLIPSIS. He's the New Zealand import, so
Gotcha.
we'll see him in action for the black and silver at the World Championships later this year. And yeah, Gann and Sutton, the captains of the team this year. You can see Sutton's a really strong voice out there when they've got the disc.
I've never met him, never said a word to him, but I admire him. And the reason I do is because I think Mitch has come up, not the hard way, but I remember him playing for a bunch of other teams before he played for Sunder. And Sunder's obviously, as we see, another brick / gift. I think he played for other teams like Manly or Duff or something, and has moved up into more challenging teams, so eventually captaining a Sunder team. You know, Sunder, Sunder was Colony, and then before that Faculty. Like, it's a pretty top flight elite team that have won bucket loads of national championships.
He's earned every single spot he's ever had. So
well, he's had a D in this game. He got one of those Ds. So
had a really good game so far. So again, the split stack set up. Toolett, 45, 60, 44 from goal. I'll get that right one day. Keys, Toolett, running a 1-2. Running similar, it's playing a bit of 3v3 until they'll get to about halfway before your downfielders will get involved.
Yeah,
and here we go, McGuckin. Making the leads. Toolett playing in tight.
That's so clever from Max.
Yep.
So McGuckin got put on skates by Alex Gann, I think, earlier in the game, and he was returning the favour now to Conrad Wallace.
Yep. Says I got the dance moves as well, fellas.
Yeah. I won't pull him out on Gann, but Conrad, yeah, why not? But earlier in that point, something really clever from Max Halden is he looked off the first throw up the line. The Sunder player bid, which meant Conrad, I think it was Jono was free.
Yeah, and there's something, we talked about that before, that they're really, offense is really just waiting for one of the defenders to overcommit, and then it's attack. So a timeout's being called. I think that might be a
Sunder timeout.
Sunder timeout, yep. So 6-5 to ELLIPSIS.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
So back, we still see no real strong messages coming from the timeout there in ELLIPSIS. I think they've just called it just for the break because they've got them. That's a quick shout out to the support of City of Ballarat for hosting this tournament. They've put on a great show here with mostly pristine, no, I won't say that. The pristine fields that we're playing on here. No, Victoria Park played a very important role in some bushfires in West Victoria earlier this year. This was the base for the CFA and SES for a few weeks while that was going on. So City of Ballarat have done a great job to get it all recovered in time for this event. So regional towns love their sport. They love everyone coming in. Quite a few fans have been around today, just checking out the action. There's been a fair bit of local media coverage. We've also got Sports Integrity Australia visiting the tournament, providing a bit of promotion to players and officials in Australian Ultimate as we grow as the sport, as we mature as a sport. The next step is to have these kind of things in place for member protection, safeguarding of children, and just making sure we're on top of. So they're here providing advice to players on any supplements they may be taking and their legality in terms of WADA code. They're really here for education for the players. They're not looking to cop anything. It's just about keeping our sport safe as more people grow and join. Gan kneeled right on the sideline halfway to goal. Sees the easy shot to Blakely. Haven't we seen that connection a few times? Blakely looks off where he goes in short. Van der Weerden. Gan wide to Whitlock. Whitlock doesn't mind that backhand, but they're wise to it now. Andrews has the match up on Whitlock now. Van der Weerden inside shot. Cam reaches out, throws on the move. And Slice put their 6th goal on the board. So we're experiencing significant growth in the sport, Andrew, at the primary school level, if you believe. So Ultimate Australia Sporting Schools program rolled out to hundreds of primary schools, and I believe recently ticked over the 150,000 mark in terms of young kids getting to play Ultimate, either through a coach visiting their school or resources provided to their teacher to put it on their PE curriculum.
Yeah, not a surprise. Fantastic work done by Ultimate Australia. A lot of their volunteers and staff really focusing on that development pathway, cultivating talent. I think you go back 10, 15 years ago, a lot of people picked it up in university, but it's great that we're getting more and more young people involved. I think it's great from a physical perspective, but also instilling the concepts of sportsmanship and self-regulation. I think it really nicely aligns to what schools are trying to do around, building out the emotional intelligence of young people as well as the physical side. Yeah,
the message is really resonating with schools in using Ultimate as a tool to develop that self-advocacy. Like the self-refereeing means that you get to stand up and speak, what boundaries you want in gameplay. And so using sport to do that's providing a real useful tool for students to learn that skill at a young age. Very deep pull played in bounds that time from Keys. The zone here, but we can hear the sideline cancel. Transition soon, probably in a couple more passes. ELLIPSIS happy just to burn those passes up and really start to attack in this transition. You can see Haldon getting busy there, drawing defenders with him. Toolett. He's got Tran on the matchup. He's got Keys dancing everywhere, can't get open.
Keys looked like he was on rollerblades.
Bissett. Really been that good anchor handler for these other boys to do their thing, which is important. Keys. Backwards to
Giving up ground.
Yeah, they've got about 60 metres to go to goal now. Cutter's starting to come towards them.
It's all unders now. Oh.
Yeah, all unders. Andrews. Again, Sunder are just really putting all their defensive attention on Andrews. Just as long as he doesn't get an easy upfielder, they can contain the matchups. And that's a huge D. Great anticipation there from Gavin Moore.
My man Sutton. Ooh, Jono!
Jono Keys. Just about had a better efficient day. Day's gone looking for Tran. There we go. There's another break.
Keep an eye on Tran. Not nearly the first celebration. I reckon he's a bit gassed. He was pretty happy with himself the first time, not the second.
Yep.
I think
he's got enough in him for a good cut or a good sally. And the priority there was just getting open. But how's Gavin Moore?
Yeah.
He knew that they were targeting those players.
Yep.
Like, watch this. Haldon's got it. This is early on in the point. He's gone for the cute one, looking for Andrews. And because Andrews originally played at Sunder. And so, the Sunder boys know that he is a target. He's a damaging player. So
nice bid from Jono. Not enough.
If you can contain Andrews, make sure he doesn't get any easy disc or easy power position. With that recovery and that celebration, that's a huge turning point, because now they're going, well, 7-6 up. If you can take
half.
Yeah, another break to take half and take a 2-goal lead, potentially blow that out to 3 goals very, very quickly.
So a big shout out to some ULTI.TV staff as well as long-standing fans. Joe Hope over in Germany, hello. Milan, Steph Pazzo over in France. Got a little mini United Nations on the chat today, which is fantastic. I think we've got some representation from New Zealand as well. And Rob G, Ryan McDonald. Fun fact, Gav Moore learned to lay out from practicing every day before trainings. Geez, you're a bit of a different operator if you're doing that before training.
Before. Imagine rocking up to your first training. There's your captain just hitting the deck before you've even warmed up.
So a must score for ELLIPSIS here.
They are motoring this offense now. Loughnane. Copland now.
Loughnane's unmarked. Gets one now.
They're really exploiting the switches and poaching here just by cutting through on Keys. Loughnane. Directed to look infield at Keys by the rest of the stack. Keys still let McGuckin nearly getting in his way. Big, wide stance to Andrews. Was there ever going to be any other look?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time you'll call that combination. It's certainly not the last.
Yep. And it was that break shot from Loughnane looking for Keys that just opened up that whole side of the field. You could see that his whole stack stopped cutting and told him, go central, because and it meant that they just stopped and were ready to attack that high side as soon as that throw came out. Because, like I said before, adding Keys to the roster, you get to have Loughnane and Toolett playing downfield. Like, you're some of your strongest throwers in the country.
Yeah.
They're getting the upfield cut, and then they can just throw a break throw almost at will. Good field awareness there by Andrews. Put the left foot down first.
Yeah.
Be in bounds. So 7-all. Sunder downwind-ish. The wind swung around again. This time it's going into our faces. So direct crosswind from top to bottom of the screen. And yeah, crucial point this one. Whoever can take the break score. So once the team hits 8, we go for a 5-minute mandatory break. So getting that last goal can really lift those spirits. And
yeah, this is big because I think Sunder still have the break, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if there's a time for ELLIPSIS to break back, it's now.
Vanderweed and Whitlock down with the lateral cut. Waved off. You've got Blakely on the wing here. We talk about depth of talent in ELLIPSIS. Let's not undo Sunder. Big layout bid from Angles Weeks there, but now they're motoring down. Gann, 35 from goal. High side to Neil. Neil's got a few looks. He's got Whitlock deep. Andrews picked that off halfway through. Just stuck the jukes out, says thank you.
Here it is.
Andrews behind the desk. He's got Loughnane long. He's got McGuckin under. Puts it wide. Blakely on his toes. He's got Wicks looking deep. Andrews, he's put that low. Bit too casual with the throw. And getting that turn on that dump just buys you extra metres. Gann wants to move. He gets it quick. Wee puts it out. There we go. Bang! That's the killer point.
And they're pretty happy about it, Simon. They knew that there was a lot of pressure in that point. They got a nice connection between the marker and the dump mark. Had to force him right back. McGuckin's throw, not enough air underneath it. And then Sunder wanted to run it quick, knew that they had the number of an advantage in terms of numbers.
Leon Ngo with the goal there. And 8-7. Sunder take half.
Well, I think we knew, Simon, coming in, both teams 4 and zip. We knew it was going to be close. This is probably about what we said it would be, either on serve or one break in it. So it's critical now because Sunder are going to come out with the offense as we watch. McGuckin.
It's too casual.
Yeah. And then you can see sprinting towards this. Saw that they had a 2-on-1 advantage out. The ELLIPSIS players not adjusting. You've got to sometimes when you kind of move into transition D, you got two options. You can either mark the player that was marking you, or you can look downfield and go, where is the biggest threat?
Yes.
And the better teams and the better defensive units do the latter. They look and go, where's the threat? And then they leave because they know someone else backfield can help cover their player. You go to where the threat on the field is.
You start with the deepest player first, and then you take
work your way back.
Work your way back to the thrower, because you can leave. Sometimes you can leave the thrower open for maybe a 2 count. But so the players take a break. We're going to take a break too. We'll be back. I think both teams are only in third gear at the moment, so we've got a ripper second half coming your way.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Welcome back for the second half. We've seen a couple of breaks. There's one break the difference. And Simon, I was over in the SUNDER huddle. And the message was typical SUNDER. It was, stick to, particularly on offense, stick to our processes, stick to the cutting structures. We said it at the start. They always, one of their kind of hallmarks offensively is they have really disciplined cutting structures. It's one player at a time. It's very, not mechanical, but it's very structured and organised.
It looks like there's a lot going on, but everyone knows exactly what they're doing at any given time.
That's beyond me. I could never play like that. But anyway,
too much.
That's probably why I never made SUNDER. Defensively, an interesting thing was that they were talking about doing more work to take away the around throw. An offside called. Let's see if Sunder call it.
You take it, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Sunder sideline, love it. I've never seen a celebration for an offside like this.
So offside is when the defensive team has crossed the line before the throw's gone up, and it means they get the automatic brick. And so sometimes you just play through it, but if it's landing in your own end zone, the defense is there already. Absolutely take the brick. So it's a two-cutter set up in the middle. They've got Fisher Day and Mark Wee, but well covered, everyone.
Cheng.
Neil has Dinkelberg on his hips.
Gav Moore just tripped and couldn't get back up. It's like watching baby Bambi.
Day. Gang getting busy. He's playing upfield now. That's a good sign.
This is a really strong line on
Smooth breakthrough. Look at that. Hit this high side. Whitlock gets a bullet across the field.
Get around him.
So Andrews had the match up there, and then when we look at the replay, watch Andrews' head check. Took his eye off him for just not even a quarter of a second, and Whitlock's just bang, gone up line. So we can see here, nice dumb swinging, forcing Ellipsis to defend the entire width of the field. Yep, he's looked away, bang.
Yeah, he's
Off
already
he
in trouble
goes.
there.
Yep.
I think Avril and I were saying in the last game, we're saying about Leask. Leask got scored on for Universe, and there's this thing, this moment when you look at the disc, and then you look back, and your player's not where you thought they were, and you go, I know they're over my other shoulder here, and I'm done cold. It's one of the sinking feelings that you can get.
It's even worse when you turn and look at the thrower. You can see the thrower winding up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
What are you throwing at?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You're not throwing at me, are you?
Nah.
You're throwing to the guy standing next to me. Oh boy. We were having a look at the standings during Avalon Live. We're having a look at the standings during the break, Andrew. And as we know, this is for straight top of this pool. We're fairly certain that Chile's safe in the top four, maybe, but there's still potential for results to go the other way. The other pool is what I would deem a dog's breakfast. We were looking, there's top four. It's still mathematically possible for any of those four teams to finish top based on the last round of games. So we'll send some scouts out at some point, see if we can. Oh, those games are later today. And there we go. There's a uncontested foul. The Sunder team got very excited at that, but it was very much.
I was just excited as they got for the offside.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Jamboy just got in and yeah, clear foul there. Happy to accept the call. Sunder got this zone defense again. They will transition probably on the next pass or two. They're already starting to look, so do we see Ellipsis change their formation? I don't think we will. They're still going to play fairly wide and flat. We've got Andrews about 50 metres downfield of the disc off the right of screen.
Conrad keeping in company is a deep.
Standing right next to him. Matt Daly on the high side. Now Daly comes and gets involved. McGuckin one out in the middle. There's just not much movement happening here from the cutters.
Simon, I was going to say, Cuppers is a lot of things. Patient isn't one of them. So if this keeps up, he's just going to have a sky ball.
Andrew still, he's not moving. He's standing at the opposite brick mark. He's 40 metres away from the disc.
Well, the only time he's moving is when Toulette has it.
Yeah. That's all. He's starting to break through now. Keys, there we go. Now they're motoring. Daly.
Have a walk.
McGuckin. They're holding this structure, Sunder. We expected them to come out of it now, but I think they may be holding it to halfway, perhaps, before they go to match.
Well, it's working for them.
Yeah. Well, why not? They're not progressing. Hold
Don't
it.
transition it. They're not even at their brick mark yet.
No. Still moving sideways. Still just meandering around.
We're going to see something, Simon.
Bailey's coming in. Here we go. Here we go. Over the top. They're back in their own end zone now.
Middle of their end zone.
I think they may be going to match shortly. Now they're motoring. Keys getting busy. Puts a big shot up. There we go. Andrews, he's got the Sanders. He's going to read it out. I mean, it was inevitable.
We were going to see.
It was inevitable.
My money was that we were going to see it out of Toulette.
Yeah, there was no if, it was when.
Yeah.
We knew that was the shot. Sunder knew that was the shot. But when you've got an unmarked thrower looking for a target like Andrews.
Wallace did. I don't know what else Wallace could have done. I mean, even then, I think he made a little bit of contact trying to get the inside lane.
Yeah.
But
well, he had to go because it was always going to drift over his shoulder. So he's like, I'm just going to have to go early and hope for the best. Because, Andrews just watched it all in. And how's the throw from Keys?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
flat and direct, but without being, like, fast.
Yeah.
Like, Andrews is a fast boy, but didn't need to really overextend himself to get that and ended up catching it 2-4 to two-handed.
And look, it is a positive sign, even though I think it was good, driven out a good defence from Sunder. Ellipsis were able to just stay patient with it. They were comfortable to go, yeah, we're in the middle of our own end zone here, but we're going to work it out. I think when you look at players like Keys and Halden's really good in a zone O. Like, he's a real handful. Yeah. Is he a lefty? If he's not a lefty, he's a handful. Yeah. They had a couple of those give-goes before that throw went up, so good patience from Ellipsis.
And we talk about Sunder putting a lot of work into Andrews. That's his 4th goal. He's still the like, you can put as much work into him as you like. He's still getting goals. It's still going to happen. Here he is with the pull. I don't think we'll see him on the sideline anymore, Andrews, in this game. They're all onside that time. Don't make that mistake twice in a row. Again. We unguarded. He's got Whitlock going long, double coverage. So resets laterally. Blakely. No. Low throw there again. Not being tightly guarded with the throw. You'd rather stop the long shot and just let him go the easy one. Kneeled out wide now. 35 from goal. Big gainer to Wee.
Whitlock's completely poached out.
Ellipsis, they're all sitting deep. They're all waiting for that shot. So good adjustment by Sunder just to take those easy gainers. Now they're having to defend the width. Van der Weeden. Got a few options, goes backwards. Gann hits the 1-2. Got plenty of room on the high side, but he's just brushed that throw out. One of the more casual backhands I've seen at this level because
you got that separation though. Like it's an unpressured, it's an uncontested throw.
Yeah, and you want to get it out quickly, but not rushing. Like you haven't got a lot of time for that window to be open, but you see he'll get this 1-2 from Gann, but then watch his balance on this one. Like, yes, he's on the move, but 1-2, both feet down.
Yeah. I think a couple of the Ellipsis players just got stuck in disc watching a little bit.
Yeah.
They were waiting to see if the throw connected and then went back to their player.
I think they were switching the force as well. Like, I was hearing a lot of different backhand, forehand calls. And so just continually attacking laterally can make that kind of defense come undone. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, you give your downfield defenders no chance then. If you're continuing to change the force on them, they're dead in the water. So, Simon, we've been quizzed. Joe Hope wants to know, why is this strategy, put it up to God and trust in Andrews, a good enough strategy for the Crocs, but Ellipsis don't do it? Well, I think he wrote that before Ellipsis eventually did it.
There's a crucial word missing from that, and it's Ellipsis don't do it yet.
You're a wise man.
It's plan, well, it is plan A, but they're running plan C at the moment. We'll see plan B shortly where Tula gets front of the stack, and then plan C is just throw it to the big man and inshallah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Sunder on defense. No rush to set up. They've gone like a horror set. Howden getting busy. Copeland's heading deep. Andrews near side, disappearing off bottom right. He'll just go stand deep again. Day's got the assignment this time.
Bit of a straight up.
Yeah. Giving him the lateral throws. I wouldn't be surprised to see him lock him down to a side soon. Howden. Ellipsis, they're bouncing it back and forth with a bit more urgency this time, making Sunder work. There we go up the line. Howden's come in. Numbers getting above it. McGuckin comes in late, gets the clean, sends the backhand to Howden. Again, well, I don't want to say overcommitment on that D. Like, if it pops up like that, you've got to all go for
Have
it.
a
But
crack, yeah.
if you don't come down with it, you're in trouble.
Well, and again, that's where, when I talk about Max being a handful, he knew.
Yeah, he didn't get in that contest. He just kept going.
Like, all right, someone else. Yeah.
So you can see, like they're moving it back and forth, but just going for those just 2 or 3 more meters more forward every time. So it's becoming more 45-degree gainers than anything else.
Another timeout.
Another timeout.
Is it? They are circling up, I think.
Are they faking a timeout call?
I reckon this is a real life timeout.
I think they've just, both teams have agreed they're just going to wait before the next goal. I don't think we actually heard a call, did we?
I heard one of them cheer.
I'm looking at the GAs.
Yeah.
Game advisors. I don't think they can work out who called it. Either way, we're getting a timeout.
Leadership from both teams. Talking it over.
So 10-9, it's still advantage Sunder. ELLIPSIS still need another defensive conversion to get into it. Everyone's looking at me. Did I say the score wrong?
No.
No, it's 10-9. Okay.
No, just engrossed
I've
in your observations, mate.
I've had that happen to me before, Andrew. Score wrong at a very crucial time in a game, and let's not re-dig that grave.
I was with Avril yesterday and made a comment about how much better the women's game do hand signals than the men.
Yeah.
And they made a signal, and I said, see, even now they're calling picks. No, that's violation, Andrew. I was like, this is why. This is my point.
Yeah.
They do it a lot better. Got a lot of room to improve.
We can all do better.
But the same thing, I feel there are a lot of people looking at me right now. Why is that? Okay. So you don't know the hand signals.
No better way to discover a fact than to just get it wrong and then wait for everyone to correct you.
Never been wrong, Simon, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about. But I do want to give a shout-out, a couple of shout-outs just whilst we come out of the timeout. One is to Steph Puzzo, who I think has released a new podcast series. It has a very witty kind of ultimate pun title. I can't recall it, but drop it in the chat, Milan or Steph, and we'll give it a big rap. The other one is a shout-out to Alice C. Earlier on the feed, if you didn't see, Alice C. Shaved her head for charity, for World's Greatest Shave. We'll drop the link in the chat throughout the course of the game, so you can go and donate. I think 2,500 is her target, which is well on the way.
Tall with a spin call. I don't think I've seen one of them since 2017. Van der Weyden, Gan, Whitlock. Just can't do much about him, can you? Except wait for him to do something like that. And this could be big turning point in the game. Lochner, Andrews one out there with Wee. McGuckin, he's popped it up. He's got Whitlock to contest with. He goes up, and Whitlock's earned that one back.
He didn't touch it, but he did enough.
Did enough. Just got to have. That's the thing. Always chase. You don't know what happens. Just always chase. Always make a contest of it. So.
Well, he probably had a bit of fire in his belly as well, given the turn.
Yeah. The unforced error. So we see. So 3 cutters across the field, 4 handlers back. They're isolating Whitlock. You can see there's got double coverage. So we've got Neil standing one out, bottom right of screen. But
Sunder have to adjust here. They're right at the back of their end zone.
Yeah. Got to have some unders.
Violation.
Foul call.
Yeah.
Well, that hand signal's offside, so I don't know why he's done that.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Simon.
Yeah.
I actually think it was a contact and that didn't drop, so it was a violation.
Has to go forward, finds Blakely. Wall getting busy.
Yeah, he's covered. ELLIPSIS have stepped up the pressure.
Yeah, they're heaping all the pressure on that near sideline, daring him to pop it down this way. Whitlock straight at the desk, big loopy throw.
That works.
Gus Weeks has to have a go at it. We've got Lochner versus Neil. That's drifting right. Neil's got to go to work. Can he get there? He's done it. Why did I ever doubt that?
He knew where it was going.
Why did I ever wonder?
Where's he going? He's still cutting.
He's off.
He's running. He's going back to Melbourne. He's done. So that's the best thing I'm going to do today. So I'm out of here. I'm off to the pub.
Turn a 30-metre cut into a 1K time trial.
He was running quicker after that. So that one went up, but it was the throw before that. It was a high count, and one of the ELLIPSIS players poached off, and it was great vision from Sunder to go, okay, I've got 2 ELLIPSIS players covering the under, and that's why the one over the top went.
It was Gus Weeks, but instead of he just had to go, he knew he had to just put something on that hook, like some pressure, so that's why he's just throwing himself at it.
Yeah.
It did make Wee adjust, like it was a lot floatier throw than he would have liked.
Well, he wasn't Wee's opponent, that's what I'm saying. Someone else had to switch, so then it was a switch on the switch.
And you ended up with like one out, and like we talk about Andrews, almost be impossible to leave one out. You know?
I'd rather
Mike Gildy in a close game, one out. Like,
take your pick. Yeah.
oh, scary 10 years ago, scary
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Mike Neal representing Australia in the Masters division at the World Masters Ultimate Championships later on. And while we're celebrating achievements, I don't think anyone's brought up your selection to that team, Andrew.
No.
You haven't been spotted on an Ultimate field in the better part of 5 years.
No.
You did just enough for the tryouts.
I don't play in Australia anymore, Simon. I only play overseas.
Only play overseas.
So the US are going to have the pleasure of my company, yes.
Surprised you're not playing for Ireland again. Keys.
If I got cut, I would have.
Toilet. Howden. He's done too much today. Current 3 votes holder, Daly. Takes his time. Big swing past the Toilet. Bissett on his own. McGuckin one out in the middle. So he's got plenty of options. So he's only going to take the safest ones. I reckon they're going to wait till about halfway before shoot. Because again, we've got Andrews one out. He's 30 metres off the side of the screen. This time Sutton's got the assignment. So Sunder really just trying to take away the shot. ELLIPSIS will try and work it to about halfway before they take the shot. So the zone look. Backwards and sideways is fine. They just do not want to let him forward. Tool it. Keys, Andrews, he's come under now. This is what Sunder want. Daly's drifted deep now, heading off the screen there. Tool's had 2 goes to that.
Nice grab.
Keeps the foot in bounds. Howden. Sideways, huge grab. Huge bid there. Now we're getting tight. Tool fires it through to McGuckin. McGuckin puts it out to the advantage of Andrews. Andrews has got Daly. He's got Bissett. He's on the doorstep. Pops it in. Howden again. Well,
There was a bit to unpack.
bit going on there.
Great man once said, bit doing this point.
Bit going on. So again, it was a huge bid from, I think it was the GOAT there, who had that goal, and then that just was the signal to attack.
It unlocked everything, yeah.
But tell you what, you've got to go for those ones, because you can't just sit back and let them swing all day, because they're just going to do that. Like it's way too easy for them. So.
And there's a gamble element to it, but it's like you have the potential to get a D at midfield, like on a swing.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Howden 2 goals, 2 assists.
And I reckon he's actually been busier than that. You know what I mean? Like the
say,
stats
like
reflect an impact, but he's had a lot of touches as
If we
well.
look at the VB hard work index, this guy's an absolute unit.
Yep. Yeah.
That's easily my favourite stat in all of sport, the hard work index.
Because it's completely subjective
Absolutely
and made up.
vibes-based.
Yeah.
120, why not? Andrews absolutely fires that ball low and flat. That's going to go OB. Wouldn't you love to have an arm like that? Where you can throw it 85 metres when you don't want to. So again, 3 yards for Sunder.
Yeah.
That's what, about a third they've put out now, plus the offside?
More than you'd expect from 2, 4 and zip teams.
Absolutely.
And it's the downwinders that are going in.
Yep. So Whitlock, they're giving him the forehand because we've seen how damaging that backhand is. Vanderweed. A solid game so far, just the 1 assist, but plenty of meters going. Prendergast's getting busy on defense there, Whitlock. Lots of dance floor action here. Again, getting involved. Cuts heading away from him. Who's that out of the back? Gaff Morris just sitting in the end zone on his own at the moment. Blakely. Oh, because Andrews is there, that's why. So just trying to keep those deep defenders out of the play, and Whitlock's gone, he's sent it. Copeland puts 2 hands on it, makes absolute certain of it. I mean, one of my absolute bugbears as a coach is you catch those ones, but he made absolute certain
exactly
the whole body weight behind it, got it to the ground, and gave his teammates time to step properly. Where he puts it low, puts it flat, too much.
Blakely makes sure of it.
Sunder gets it again. Do not give Blakely a stat for that one, Avril.
Absolutely
Wait.
give it for it. That's the veterans stat padding.
Van der Weyden. Whitlock pick call. No chat to be had there. As clear as you like. So Van der Weyden, we're about 22 from goal here. We can see, here's our matchups. We've got more Tooled at the back there.
I don't mind that
Gan, Lou. And Neil's doing a good job of drawing Andrews out of the deep space.
Yeah,
so
good
you
point.
can see whenever Neil's sort of drifting to that high side, it's like either A, leave it free, like this, or B, draw Andrews out of defence.
You called it.
Yep.
You called it as we saw it. So that's real patience from some of the older firm.
Yeah.
Blakely, Moore. So that was Neil to Moore for the goal.
Moore's first goal.
But that this inside flick, that just opens everything up. We've seen it time and again. That's
Yep.
break, break, break.
Break.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny, we've got Gan down for 3 assists, but it's some of the throws that are opening up the game. Like if you did the old hockey assist where you sort of can
Yeah,
credit 2
the
or
double,
3 passes before, we'd have Gan up at like almost 5 or 6 of those just clutch field opening throws that directly led to goals.
So questions about the wind. It was really still that point until probably just now. You can hear it through our
stop
mics.
talking about it, it goes away as soon as we talk.
Hey, that came up in the chat. That wasn't
Okay,
me.
that's what I'm telling the chat that. Stop bringing it up.
I think a little bit of wind might just make this
It makes it interesting.
more interesting. 12-10.
Because otherwise it's just flat throws to undercuts, and that's boring. 12-10 to Sunder. Ellipsis with work to do. They can keep punching in these O goals, but they've got 3 chances to pull a break back off Sunder to keep the game alive. What we are, at some point we'll address the elephant in the room and say that we're staring down. If all results go as they currently do, we're staring down a Sunder v Sunder quarter final.
Are we?
Yep.
You'd probably back this one in over the other one.
Yep. Oh no, held him, rare drop. They've picked it up and gone for it. I think that's Cheng with the disc now.
This could be a heartbreaker.
Wallace puts it in the lap of Yu He Wang.
That's on you because you were getting around Halden big
Yep.
time earlier.
Yep.
So that's Avril. You can put that one.
Oh,
in
we keep
with
track of
some
those,
stats.
are we?
Oh, yeah. Well, Avril's got it pretty much sewn up. I think she's on 5. I might be 2.
I've gone what? I'm not getting credit for the ones that call it early.
No, but you can
Okay.
take that one. Yeah.
And having that, the reset, the turn on a reset is just absolutely killer because not only you gone backwards, you're about 20 from goal. So you see Wallace with the short just dish to Yu Wang.
And a big shout out to everyone watching. We've just broken 300 on the stream, 316.
300 live, wow.
So thank you all for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Coverage provided for free thanks to ULTI.TV and Ultimate Australia, the Australian Flying Disc Association, hosting this event again. And thanks to City of Ballarat hosting it again, 2nd year in a row. And we're a bit more fond of the weather today. I mean, yesterday was a bit of a mare, but
I've been doing my best to stay positive about Ballarat, so
that's
you're
great.
right.
Yeah, I'll talk it up.
Yeah.
I love the city.
Hey, I'm a Ballarat boy, Buninyong.
Yeah.
3 years out, Crown Hotel, shout out.
Yeah. Alfred boy myself grew up there. Shout out to anyone from St Thomas More Primary.
Sunder looking to put this one away.
Yeah, they're up and about now. Their tails are wagging. Lockton's been called back behind the disc now. They've got Keys playing upfield with Andrews. Call it.
He looks tired. So.
Yep. Keys.
Oh, he's free.
Yeah, big shot. McGuckin, he's underneath it. He's got a couple of defenders bearing down on him.
That was
There
we're going to see a really
Yeah.
good, for people looking how to develop a long cut or a deep cut, watch this. Scuck makes a couple of turns, but he puts about 3 or 4 steps in, and that's why we knew even before the throw went, there was going to be way too much separation for that to be anything but thrown. So,
whereas he bottom left of screen there, you can see him just heading up, and yeah, he sent his defender. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that!
Yeah, so as a defender, what you want to try and do as much as possible is always know where your opponent is. So the best way you can do that is by facing them. As soon as you're trying to, you've got your back to them, and you're trying to guess where they're going, like we were saying earlier, you're going to look left, and they're not going to be there because they're going to be off to the right.
Yeah.
Nice closing speed at the end.
He made a goal of it.
How'd it go?
Had to go.
So Ellipsis did what they had to do on O, but Simon, as you've been saying, this isn't going to get determined by offense. It's going to be determined by defense if you're Ellipsis.
So it's game to 15. We're not going to hit, I don't think we're going to hit time cap. Our target's not going to be changed. It'll be game to 15. So maximum 5 points left in this game. And Ellipsis need 4 of them.
Graham.
6 points, sorry.
Graham Barber asking about the budgie smugglers from Sunder when they're coming back out. Hopefully never. I think there's been a new code of conduct actually released by Ultimate Australia that.
This is a PG stream.
Exactly. Yeah, the few of that, and also I don't know if you've been to Ballarat before, but it is not 30 degrees.
Very much a family sport.
You'd be brave. Yeah.
Van der Weyden, Whitlock. Zone-ish look from Ellipsis. Not really slowing them down much. Blakely.
To halfway.
Now they've transitioned to match more. He's got Gann deep and wide. Whitlock, he might take that shot. Gann's just sitting there, one out saying, throw the disc, boys. Back me in.
Good patience.
Van der Weyden. Been fantastic this game on offense.
Yeah, he has.
Blakely. Looks high side. He's got Gann now. He's put it, made him work for it.
He's out.
Is he out? We're seeing the goals go up. We're seeing things go up. He's saying his knees were down first.
Let's have a look.
Matt Daly's saying.
Mary Tony right there.
Yeah.
Probably worth asking the game advisor who's.
We have a look.
That's a goal.
Goals. Yeah.
That's a goal.
That's goals.
His foot's down, so long as he wasn't touching the line.
Yep.
You can't tell from here, but his foot's down.
They've agreed on a tune. Now, look, we've got the advantage of having a nice little slow-mo replay, thanks to the. But no, look, credit to Gann. Not the cleanest of throws. He would have liked to have got a better one, but no, good on him by just saying, look, I'll trust the opposition.
Let's see if Ellipsis can capitalise.
Copland.
Great break.
Forcing middle, are they? Whitlock.
I think it might be straight up.
Yeah, again, just really killing that huck game. There we go. Lachlan goes deep. Blakely's in there contesting with him. Goes early, but Lachlan sees it in, and he's called the foul. And
it was almost a little bit of a soccer.
Yeah.
He swiped at it and then had his hand around his arm. Nothing nasty. It was almost he was protecting him as much as anything. But I was like, I've heard it.
Yeah.
And he's indicating earlier he's going to burn one, so this isn't going to matter. They're all trying to go back and set up.
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry, trust me, I'm going to burn one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pete Blakely's soccer background coming through there. Just a little jump and tug.
Lachlan's through on goal here. I better do something. Just forgot for a moment that you can't run with the Frisbee.
Interesting from the chat.
Some saying in, some saying out.
Some are saying in, knee down. I think the
my reaction's in.
I think in.
My reaction's in.
I thought in, but the question was whether his knee was also on the line. It was definitely down.
It's in. It's whether another body part is also out. Foot's down. Let's go.
Yeah.
But we have we've got the benefit of slow-mo replay with fantastic camera work from ULTI.TV crew. So
exactly.
The players just have to go in real time. They are allowed to ask us. Like, the players involved are allowed to say, like, come over and look at our screen. And
Mike did, but he only amplified what we said once he knew he'd like
he'd
it.
already decided.
Yeah. And also, we do have the game advisors there in the green shirt top of the screen. I don't think Mary was consulted either, so players happy to talk it out.
Yeah, they can ask him. Yeah.
But the game advisors make it really clear. I actually heard them at the start of the game saying, we're going to step in and listen, but we're not going to talk unless you basically talk to us and invite us. So Mary would have absolutely had a view, but teams didn't feel like they needed to consult her.
It's the players involved. Like we can ask her, the sideline can ask her, but unless Alex asks her, she's not going to interject. So we'll move on from that. Ellipsis about 15 from goal, nearly centre field, so you couldn't have asked for a better spot. They've got to put 5 in the end zone. So they'll set first. Once they're set, offense can't move, and then Sunder will set their defense up. So we'll just go. It'll be mostly match, but you might see Alex Gann. You can see pointing in the pink boots there. He might sag off if. So they're going to set up 2 open, 3 break. That's. Oh, no, sorry, 2 break, 3 open. They're forcing this way. So they're really backing Whitlock on those low release flicks. Great coverage there by Wee on Keys. Keys back to Lockton. They've opened up this low side. No numbers advantage for anyone.
And Sunder really, what they said in one of the previous timeouts around really over-accentuating no round.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep.
Get that one out.
Oh, risky shot, but
that's what you want if you're Sunder.
Yeah, put some heat on it, like make it a hard throw. Andrews back to Keys. He's got Copland there, 1 out, who clears out. Lockman gets it in. Andrews, they've pushed him back nearly to the brick mark to about 20 from goal. Nearly putting just heat on everything, just making everything difficult for them. Lou.
No round?
Yep, looking inside. He's looking back to Keys. Puts him, Lee goes high. Bit of a bump, bit of an apology. He goes even wider to Lockner.
Pretty much back where they started.
Low worm burner into Andrews. Credit to Sunders D there. They put
100%.
heat on everything. There was no easy throws there at all. It was either had to be fired into the belly.
Yep.
Or, they're really having to go or pushing them back 5-10 metres every time.
And Ellipsis are adjusting to what Sunder are giving them. Sunder are, as I said, over compensating or really emphasising the no round. That is opening the inside.
Yep.
So you got to throw it, and we saw 2 of those go. So well done from them adjusting as well.
Yeah, and your downfield defender's going to be aware that those shots might come, and so that's why you're seeing them absolutely fire those
They
shots.
have to,
so there's no time for the
Yep.
defence to react to it. If you put any kind of float on it,
Yep.
that's a turn. So 13-12, Sunder to receive this pull. So they want 2 more goals. Ellipsis need 3. So maximum 4 more points happening in this game. Andrews with his 5th goal.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So Andrews 5 goals, McGuckin 3.
Are you just sitting this one? Hey? Are you just sitting this one, or are you out?
There's a range of assists. So Keys 3 assists, Tullett 2 assists, Halden 2. So it's the main contributors you expect on offense, but defense is the name here. So they've called their line. Who have we got out there? We've got Tullett, we've got McGuckin, we've got Keys, we've got Lockman, we've got, I think that's Dungy there, Copland and Andrews. So pretty much their O-line is playing deep. Because they're backing themselves in to get this turn, and then they just want that clinical offense to put it in and bring it back to level. Gann shapes up to shoot and finds Whitlock. Whitlock's got Neiled again on the sideline. He's got Wee and Tran downfield, but spots Gann. That's a perfect throw. He's put it wide. That's too long.
Alex Gann thinking he's, whoa. I was about to say he thinks he's throwing to himself, but that's not a bad effort.
Yeah. I mean, he had to get it out and around and low so that McGuckin couldn't make a play on it, but just,
Jeez, that's a good beat.
He did. Tran did a great job of getting his hand underneath that. Yeah. So Tullett, 64 from goal. He's put it long. He's got Copland. Copland's got the advantage here. Braden Cheng out to play at it, but there's that one shot. That plan A, they're shooting now.
She's a ring-a-ding, Simon. 13 all.
13 all.
And Sunder are a little bit surprised here. They kind of just, I wouldn't say stunned, but their body language is definitely a bit more subdued.
Bit docile. Ellipsis are very up and about, so. But I mean, how many times have this Sunder team been here? That it's a training drill. Best of 3. We're going to
now.
play a best of 3 to finish off the session. So that's where they'll have done this enough times with their two teams that this is just almost routine for them.
And I think what Sunder need to remember is they still have it on their back, right?
Yep.
So they're going to be coming out on O. We're getting a lot of requests about the wind. I can't give you what the kind of barometric pressure is. I can tell you that it is a right to left. I can tell you it's slightly towards the camera. It's not a chilly wind, but it's definitely not a warm wind.
Yeah.
Can't tell you what the wet bulb's doing. Probably not a lot.
I wouldn't say it's a strong enough breeze to really make a difference. Thrower's breeze, we call it, Andrew.
Yeah, you can ride it.
Yeah.
You can ride it. But I actually think it's enough for some players to go, no, look, shooting upwind, I might not.
Well, yeah, the shot they would take from 60 metres back,
Yes.
they're going to wait till they're 40.
Yeah.
So this hinges on the pull. I would say if it lands inbounds in the end zone, I would say Ellipsis are going to get it. If it's brick, definitely Sunder. If it's somewhere between, if it's anywhere else, then yeah, 50-50. So Andrews has got the pull here. So who they got on? They've got Andrews, they've got Copland, McGuckin, Loughlin, Toolett, Prendergast, I think.
I'm saying it won't land
Blue.
in the end zone on the full.
It won't.
Beverage on it?
No, it won't, but it's whether it plays in there or not. So it might land, roll. So I'd just go, if I was coach, I'd be saying just put this pull inbounds. Don't worry too much about distance. Let's back ourselves to set them back, put them on their toes. So there we go. Inbounds in their end zone.
Should have taken the bet.
Again, Whitlock. There has to be a gainer on this pass. There we go. Inside, let off.
Oh, I thought that went.
Yep, Nelly. Blakely was the free player there.
Ollie Loughlin is marking Mike Neal. I take that shot.
Yep. But Whitlock's gone deep.
Oh, what a cut, what a throw. Absolute pinpoint.
Sees it
The
in there.
Ellipsis team were running at like a 2-3-2, so they had two deeps. Whitlock split them, split Copland and Ollie Launen.
Yeah.
Ollie was previously looking after Mike, which is what I was looking at. I wasn't looking at the whiz.
Jeez, like no one's cutting at me, boys. Come on. And then Gan's put that up. How many goals is that for him now? Overall, that's four assists. Put someone on him. Come on.
Yep.
So Gan, 4 assists. We 3 assists. Fisher, they get involved with 2 assists as well. So again, we're seeing early on we saw a lot of spread of contributors, but now we're seeing like Whitlock's got 3 goals, Gan's got 2 goals. We're seeing them look for old faithfuls.
Same things, yeah. Well, I mean, and you're seeing the same thing from Ellipsis. They're starting to tighten their lines and things like that. So 14-13, Sunder score, they win.
We've got a grandstand finish here. So Sunder can either get the defensive break for the win immediately, or Ellipsis put the O in and Sunder receive on Universe. So who have they got out there? They've got Fisher Day, they've got Mark Wee, they've got, if Gans is not out there, I'll be very upset. Chewy's out there. Who's out with this? That's,
I've just seen...
I think it's back to a few of their younger boys in there to get it done. I like this.
Yeah, me too.
I really like it. Oh, Jack Gray with the pull. There we go, low and flat. That's how you do it.
Just seen in the chat,
Just put it in.
Whitlock being referred to as Kiwi Gak. That's about as good as it gets.
Oh. Garkin's taken off deep, but he's covered. He's got double coverage there. He's got come for the under. Andrews drifting deep. Copland drifting deep. Howden drifting deep. This shot's going to go soon. Toolett screaming at someone to get to that high. So he's put it low. He's given that way too much looking for keys on the inside.
He was off balance. He was throwing off balance.
Yeah, Sutton. He's got to look at about 35 from goal. Nice calm backhand. Jack Gray. He's got Chew. Goes inside to Day. We hear the siren go in the background. Don't know if that's for this game or not, but either way, we're going to 15. We've got all the way. Gaga with a huge
Good boy, Braden.
bid. Chang
Chill out, Braden.
wants everything, getting nothing. He's put it away. How's that defensive coverage? That 3 up front. McGuckin, Andrews, Toolett took away everything.
Just shut down. Yeah, Sutton kind of lost his momentum because Tom was just putting himself right in the middle of every throw.
Keys directing traffic, tells McGuckin to go under. Toolett looking forward, finally negates the guy sideways. Big gainer to Lachlan.
Well done, Jono.
Toolett's gone, he's gone to the end zone. Look at this. Howden, he's got it.
Tim McLeod's going now.
Halfway. McGuckin goes under, Lachlan goes up the line. Sunder's got a pin to this sideline, but that's where Ellipsis won it. McGuckin goes.
We're going to universe.
We are going all the way.
It's going the distance.
McGuckin with his 4th goal.
And let's see what they do with the lines now.
Oh, wouldn't you just, whoever has played for Australia, get on the field.
I think they'd still be dragging players, wouldn't they? I think they could field seven reps, probably both sides.
Yeah, I was going to say, it still means 9, so timeout's been called.
To add to the theatre, the timeout's been called.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to duck over there.
Predictions. I'm going to call it. I'll text to Gav. They're going to play the greatest hits.
I'll take 50% of that. I think sub one of those out for Neil. Mike Neal to Gav.
Yep. All right.
I think they'll have to protect the deep space on a Gav and a Mike.
Oh,
which would be one of the under.
And then, yeah. Gan will get busy.
Oh, Gan, yeah.
Gan will get busy, but so Andy's going to have there just to poke his hand. There's good energy in both camps at the moment because both teams have been here a lot. Like they absolutely feed on this pressure. So Andy there. elite sideline work there. Just go and stand vaguely near them and just see what kind of vibe you're picking up. See Ash O'Sullivan giving the boys a rev up.
Yeah, so Milan, good question. What's at stake here? So both teams are 4-0, so whoever wins this gets top of the pool.
We think if Sunder finish top, it's going to be a Sunder quarter final. So, and then a second place might land you a Sublime, potentially Fishwick.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, so we're looking for. It's really pride, I'd say. I don't think sort of looking to tomorrow is not going to give you any information about now. So who have we got out there on offense? We've got, on defense. We've got, here comes the other Sunder team.
Guess who just rocked up?
So they've got Andrews, they've got Copland, they've got McGuckin, they've got Lockman, they've got Keys. And then for offense, yeah, we've got Neal, we've got Blakely, we've got Moore, we've got Whitlock, we've got we've got Chang, I think. Oh, and Gan's out there too,
So the message out of Sunder, and it's a really mature one, is treat this as the Nationals final. So they're using this for experience as much as anything. Whitlock lets it hit the deck.
Yeah. So really under heat now. Gan, Chang. He's got more at him. Wicks had to go on more there. Gan getting busy. Key's got that matchup. Neal's come wide. Whitlock's sitting deep. Off he goes. Moore's got it. He's got Whitlock. Whitlock's got the McGuckin matchup. Really keeping these resets in nice and close, prioritising possession than yards. Chang, halfway to goal. Neal got the advantage over Lockman. The pick's been called.
Call.
And I think it got called about maybe 8 minutes ago.
Yep, correct.
And all the players, plus us, are way too busy looking at the disc.
Zero count. Should be coming in on a 0.
Who's their matchup? We can see Whitlock, he's down bottom of screen here. He's got the McGuckin matchup. He'll head deep soon enough. Gan underneath. Keys goes big.
That was it.
There we go. Big shot's gone over to Whitlock. He's got it. He's reeled it in.
What a way to cap off a stellar game from Whitlock, a.k.a. the Wizard, a.k.a. Kiwi Gak.
And what a pinpoint shot, landing it in the cobwebs, that back corner of the end zone.
Out of the hand, I was like, this might be overshot. And credit to John O'Keefe. That was a big bid.
Had to go. He had the inside line. He had the safe bit, on it. Wasn't going to cause a foul, but Gann got busy at that point. But that's Gann's 5th assist.
Yeah.
So dominant performance with the Frisbee. I'd say, look, my 3 votes would be going to Whitlock. I'd be giving 2 probably to Van der Weyden, and then Gann with your 1. But Whitlock didn't he mind that one?
Yeah.
He's worn the polka dots. He's worn the 3 dots before, and this time he's up against them. So look, there was eyes for no one else.
Yeah.
He was like, where is the wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we came into this promising a top of the table clash, promising some elite ultimate. I think it delivered. Going a double game point.
Absolutely ripper game, and it's day 2.
Yeah,
We're not even done with day 2. We've still
was
got another
gonna
round.
say-
We've still got another game to go.
We're obviously going to see both these teams go pretty deep, semis at least, you'd think, if not the final itself. So it's been a real treat. We've got one more game to come today, but Simon, that's you and me done for the day. So
I think so.
a nice one to finish up on. Thanks again to ULTI.TV and Ultimate Australia, the Australian Flying Disc Association,
City of Ballarat.
and the City of Ballarat. Being able to bring you some fantastic games like this. And as I said, one more to go. In a few minutes' time, we'll jump back on the next channel. But from Simon and myself and the whole ULTI.TV crew, thanks very much for watching.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
ULTI.TV.